YouTube, what it do? Lil Petty coming at you with the stock market episode. All right, you guys, let's get back into this. Let's get back into these stock market episodes. Let's talk. Today was a Freaky Friday. That's what I'm gonna call it. Today was the 1000% option Friday. You could have took the trade either way. Let's talk about what happened today in the stock market. Let's go ahead and start off with the NASDAQ one time. We'll go ahead and jump over here to the Qs. So today the NASDAQ, it did dip down. We had a massive sell-off. So we had the pop in the morning, then we had the drop, then we had the reversal. Now going into today, I was already, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, all right, today's Friday. You got Friday options that expire. There's going to be some volatility. What's probably going to happen is they're probably going to, get the bulls sucked in the morning. They're going to drop it on them. They're going to stop those bulls out. Then they're going to drop it, stop the short people out, and then rip it up. And that's exactly what happened. So the main trade that we want to focus on today is a TTD. This was the trade of the day. So let's go ahead and go into the option chain, and let's go ahead and talk about the options. So the stock ended up opening up today at, what did it open up at? It opened up at about 647, and it dropped all the way down to 550. Then it recovered at a straight V shape, and it ended up closing up on the day 2%. So we're gonna go ahead and jump to the option chain, and the option that I ended up trading the 600 put. I made a quick scalp on it, and it was enough for me to clear my profit for the day. So I went ahead and got out, done trading for the rest of the day. So this was the option that I ended up trading. Let's go ahead and jump to the 1 minute chart. And basically we ended up, when you come over here and look at the chart, so we opened up right here at the 650, and I ended up jumping in. What time did I get my fill at? TDD. I bought at 31. So 1 minute after the open. So as soon as we saw this, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just jump in, because we're more than likely, because overnight we had got a bounce, and that's kind of what we were looking for. We got the small sell-off. We went flat, and then, if we're going to break this low, I'm like, okay, I'm going to buy the $600 put and, try to make a little quick scalp. And that's what I ended up doing. So I ended up buying this for about $200, and I ended up selling it for $700 right after. It was probably in I think it was 10 minutes into the trade. So right into here, right as we started breaking down into this right here, and we based out on this candle is when I got out. Now hindsight, yeah, you could have wrote it down, but me, I'm just trying to get the quick bag, and I don't want to, because the option that I'm trading, these expire today. And as you can see, if you could have bag held it for the time, yeah, you would have got a lot of money. But at the end of the day, this option ended up expiring worthless. So me knowing that, and me knowing that this stock had already came down from $900 all the way, to $600, and I missed from $800 to $700. I'm like, all right, well, if it's gonna do it again, it's more than likely gonna bounce. So there was a way to get money on the upside on the bounce and actually shorting it. So I took the short trade this morning. I ended up locking it in right here. It was actually a really good trade. So as you can see right here, we'll go zoom back into the option. So bought it in this candle around $2-3, and I ended up selling it at this candle right here. And I think I tagged out for $7. So I made $6. How much did I make? Made $500. So it was a good, quick $500 trade, and I was happy with that. Now, let me pull up right here. Let me pull up the chart that I have my my technical analysis, so you guys can actually see the zones mapped out for the trade on the trade desk. Go ahead and pull this up real quick. right, so right here is the zones that we were waiting for. So we ended up coming down. We tested the top of this zone right here. We didn't fully get it. I don't know if this alert got hit. I don't know if my alert got hit or not. So, but this was basically this was the trade right here. So as you can see, we were riding this zone. We were riding going down from zone to zone. So we smacked down to this zone, and then today, you know, we opened up right at the top of this zone. That's why I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and get short. I'm gonna get short in this zone, and I'm gonna try to ride it down, you know. And as you can see, it played all the way out to the bottom of this zone. So that option, it made a good move, honestly. Ended up going from like I said, $2 right here. Ended up going from $2 all the way up to like $40. So 200 into 4,000. That's not bad, you know. But that's saying that you're holding through all of this. Now the opportunities when you're trading this, you can look at the 15-minute chart. The 15-minute chart, you know, right here, you might have been able to get out right here after 15-30 minutes. But as you can see, the reversals started showing up. And that's right at the bottom of this zone. So, in hindsight, yeah, it would have been good to ride it all the way down to this zone. But like I said, I'm trading the first 15 minutes of the day, and I'm in and out, and I'm, you know, making a decent amount of money, getting in, getting out, and going about my day, you know. But today was a volatile day. You could have bought the dip, and these options too. It was the 600 calls. So, looking back at this, when the stock comes down and it tags this zone, boom, you know, you can go ahead and buy a strike, say maybe like a 580, because these options expire today. Now, if you go out to, you know, the next week, you know, you're going to have to pay a little bit more premium, but that's a safer play. But when you're playing the volatile days, you know, these are the days of opportunities where you could take some extra risk. So that's why, like I said, I only took a small risk on this trade. I only put on $200. You know, I'm not risking too much, and it ended up paying off. So, but if you were to buy the dip, you know, these contracts, the 600 calls, you know, they're at, let me go back to this because I was looking at this earlier. So even at the 5-minute, you get the confirmation, the break above the VWAP, and then it bounces right off of it, but after the reversal along with the zone. So you got your zone, you got all these confirmations saying, okay, cool, we should recover. You know, we have pulled back 300 points in 3 days. So there's going to be some type of bounce. And we finally got the bounce, but going forward, I'm still thinking we're going to get another rally, but I think we're still in this downtrend. So until we actually get above this high right here, anything above this is going to be a lower high. And then if we break this level right here, then you obviously know that's a lower low. And that's just, you know, charting 101. But as you can see, we have this big tail candle. So, but back to the calls, the TTD calls, the 600 call, it went, you know, if you would have bought it at the break of the VWAP, you would have spent maybe $300, and these went up to 6,000, and they ended up landing in the money because the stock ended up closing at a high of the day. So this was a very volatile day. If you're not experienced, I know people got smoked. People got whiplash. They were buying calls up here. They stopped out down here, and they bought puts down here, got smoked, and you just have to be on the right side of the trade. So that was it for the trading day. I did take a trade on Square today too. I'm not really going to talk about that. I didn't make a win on it, but I just shorted, quick little scalp, and yeah, so because the markets are going down. So we are focused on the downtrend right now until the bulls prove it to us that we're going to head back into an uptrend. But the only way I'm buying dips is in zones and on oversold bounces. And if we bounce, say if you're going to buy this dip, as soon as you break out of here, you put your stop right below there. You don't want to give nothing lower than that. And then you ride it up to the next zone, tag out, call it a day, do what you do. Or, you know, because this is a 1 hour candle. Now, Tesla, before I get out of here, Tesla was an example of the 15-minute. We were still in a downwards trend. So as soon as we got the break of this green candle, okay, cool, you can buy this type 2, and then, you know, hopefully we can get it up to this zone right here. So your trade would look like this. You're buying it down here. Your stop's gonna be basically right here below the zone, and you're gonna write it up here. So if it stops out, then okay, cool. If we break out of this zone, then you're gonna take the short trade like this. Your stop is right here, and we're gonna write it down to the next zone at the bottom of the zone. So boom, that's how we're doing our trades. Make sure you're buying in a zone, type 2, type 3, type 1, whatever type you're getting, and you're writing it down to the next zone. Or if you're gonna intraday scalp it like I did, then you're gonna get your money, get out quick, and you're not gonna chase the stock if it continues to go. So that's it for this video, YouTube. I hope you guys like this video, and your man's little petty is